Alright, I think I'm live. What's going on, everybody? Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Alright, let me get my, my reference going. Oh, that's confusing. I am live. Oops. There we go. What is happening? Hey, hey. Notice me. I noticed you. Hey, Blenderburst. What's up, dude? Was intro more No. We're doing heavy music today. What's the challenge? I'm just doing expressions today. I don't know if it's a challenge, but we can make it a challenge. I'm pretty bad at expressions, so I'd like to get better. Are these from Noah Bradley's Gumroad? Yeah, they are. I just got them. Great music. Thank you very much. This is my friends Johnny Booth. I'm obsessed with their new album. Where did I pick the references? Noah Bradley's Gumroad. Can you give me a Google Drive link to them? No, I can't do that. Why would I undercut somebody's profits when I know them and I'm friends with them? That would be very mean. I cannot do that. I paid for them. I'm sorry. He passed the test. It's me, Noah. Oh shit. You're a true friend. Let me draw you naked. I don't believe it's actually you, Noah. And I don't let anybody just draw me naked. I'm sorry. The references are Noah Bradley's Gumroad. I should have put the link in the description. I'll do that after. What's going on, Woodley? Could you show us how to draw cavalry or something like that? Modern day cavalry? That's the, that was the band. I actually don't want to hear Fever Dreams. I want to hear, fucking Pneumonia Knife. Quack. I love singing guitar riffs. Something about the shape of that mouth is fucked up. Maybe it's the chin. There we go. I'm going to answer some of those questions. Do you ever feel like you make a video showing how you use layers and... Wait. You ever feel like it... Can you make a video showing how you use layers and other people's PS skills? I don't use any of those, really. I'm working just on one... I know I have a bunch of layers on the side, but those are just different layers of sketching. I don't usually use layers when I'm sketching. So it'd be kind of odd for me to do that. Oops. That's the wrong... tool. There you go. You gotta get that shading under the eyes. I'm a little bit sick. Sick of your shit. James, what do you do when you're in a funk with drawing? I do stuff like this where I just sort of practice from reference, and then like try to supplement that with more mental sketches afterwards. Shit. I don't really like how I did it too much, but I'm working on it. Do I listen to Ghost? Yes, I do. What do I think about Procreate? It's not my favorite, but people seem to like it. Just use whatever's comfortable for you. How do I deal with mental burnout? That's hard, man. That's like the killer. Go out with friends. Take time to be social. I need to do that more often, to be honest. I'd also suggest having like, let me turn this down a little bit. I'd suggest having a hobby that's a little bit more physical. Like I play, I just joined a hockey league, and rock climbing is a ton of fun. I just went and saw this band actually, and it was phenomenal. It was so great. Try to do some fun things. I went so hard to this band. It was ridiculous. It was so much fun. Have you ever tried digital painting without any line work? Yeah, I do. I'm just not very good at it, which is why... Well, actually, I think I have some... Oh, wait. I'm going to move this. Yeah, so I was just doing some yesterday. I'm not great at it, but here's the digital copies I was trying to do. Anyway, that's besides the point. I do a lot of stuff when I'm not on stream. How to be confident in your art. It's forever a lifelong journey. You kind of just have to put your stuff out there and hope for the best. I want to hear... Let's go to this track. I feel bad when you say that you were drawing just a sketch. I mean, I can't do that. Oh, I'm not of the... Alright, so I have a different definition of sketch than some people. Because I think you can have finished sketches, you know what I mean? Some people think sketches are just like... For me, the sketch is actually the finished product. I just consider a sketch something where I'm just using pencils, basically, or pens. Some people have a different definition. Some people consider a sketch something that's not a finished product, but I personally consider a sketch I think a sketch can be a finished product. Maybe it should just be referred to as a drawing. Sorry. Just a misnomer. It's not like it's not a finished thing. I have no intention of taking it any further, so. Are you into stuff like monsters and such? Doom? Yes. Short answer, yes. It's awesome. I'm not super great at doing it. I just want to get better at characters first. How do I develop your visual library? What I'm doing now, just getting that mileage in there. Hey, Khalil. Do you think being creative is a gift? No. Oh, a gift or a curse? It's both. because your mind just never turns off. You're just like, all right, I want to just chill out, and then you're just like thinking about stuff all the time. Let's try it a little bit looser and see how that works out. If you haven't noticed, I've been trying to enjoy being a little bit looser these days. Not make every line so precious. Is improving painting skills like line work? Just, I mean, yeah, pretty much everything's that, you know? Like, the more you just do stuff, the better you get at. How do you get that rendering so smooth? I'm using a smudge tool, so I'm doing basically emulating what I would do with pencil. I have a bunch of pencil sketches over here. You're not gonna be able to see them. Is that camera? No, it's that camera. And basically, yeah, I don't think you'll be able to see them on that. Let me see if I do. Oh no, now I'm like, you still can't really see it. But anyway, oops. What I do there is basically the same process. I'll draw it in loose. I'll do some like more final line work over it. Any soft edges I'll smudge with my finger or a smudge stick. I basically just stole Eliza Ivanova and Ahmed's strategy for that. It's a little bit different because Ahmed sort of like blocks in the shadow shapes or like the planes that are in shadow. I don't always prefer to do that. Only 199 left to do. Yeah, I mean it's not going to be all today. Never tried comic art. Do I follow Loomis method for heads? No. Because you can see there's no Loomising going on. What's better, your music or your art? It's definitely the music. I feel like I'm trying to catch up with art, if I'm being honest. I talked about that on the podcast. I mean, you can watch the videos of me playing guitar. You can make up your own mind on that one, but to me it's pretty obvious. Am I using reference? Yes. I think they're both bad. Fair enough. Join the club. How many sketches am I going to get done today? I have no idea. I should probably try to put a dent in this, though. If that's what we're going to do. If we've all decided that we're going to do expressions. And by we all, I mean I decided. How do I make that look more smiley? What's going on that makes it look not smiley? Might be the eyes. Noah Bradley and his wife recently did the whole set. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm using. Has Jared continued that gouache? No, wait, on his channel. I haven't checked up on him in a bit. I haven't spoken to him in a while. I hope he did. I love Jared. He's awesome. He's in my group lessons, or he's supposed to be in the group lessons. I haven't seen him in a bit, though. Song name is Asymmetrical by Johnny Booth. It's so good. I just logged in the stream, didn't know we were using those. No, I see. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, if the face is not 100% accurate, it's because I fucked up. Well, I mean, I'm not going for perfect realism. So it's a combination of me fucking up and also me just having some style to it. I'll just use the classic, oh, it's just my style to, to fuck up. Pass the sun. After I saw this show, I had a neck ache for like several days. I had to have a massager on my neck. It was very painful. What were those fine liners used in the traditional art vids? I actually don't remember. I had a bunch of different ones. Probably just like the Faber-Castell ones, I think. Doesn't really matter. When I'm looking at my old art, I have a feeling that I'm losing my skills and messing up in current art all the time. Just try to recreate what you were doing then, or like whatever was inspiring you. I kind of have that sometimes with music or something, where like I was doing something different stylistically, maybe. Yeah. Yo, my bro on iPad sketching with you. Oh, awesome. Say hi to Gordon, everybody. Are you on your Twitch or are you on... That's the face you make when you try to make a situation better, but you make it worse. I like it. Yeah, I didn't really get it to come across like a genuine smile. That's what that's saying to me. Is this Johnny Booth? Yes, it is. Is this another Ahmed challenge? No, this is a James challenge. It's just supposed to be like an Ahmed challenge. So we're calling this a challenge now? I guess so. I'm gonna number them so I actually do it, because I never actually do the total number, or I never keep track. Dum, 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 bam, 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 bam. Oh, cool. And streaming live from the app. Didn't realize you could do that. I like doing the art challenges, to be honest. I was initially against them, but I don't know. Gives you a good reason to just sort of focus on one thing. And then maybe you can make a video out of it if you're me, and then you get some easy content. I should do that, actually. Tired of teaching you guys. I gotta make stuff for myself. Why was I against them initially? I don't know. I just don't like bandwagoning in general. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm just like a dick. It's really all there is to it. I had no reason to be against them. Anti-bandwagon is basically just bandwagon. Yeah, pretty much. Ivan, whoa, 18 plus. Why? Because I cursed, or the music? Howdy, howdy. Cool music. Thank you. That's all we listen to here is cool music. Can you scream over the music, make it louder? No, sorry. I don't think my neighbors will appreciate that. Oh shit. Do the old flip test. Yeah, they read. Can I speak Korean? No, not at all. From America, we can barely speak English. Is MDJ my music moniker too? Yeah, it came from the music actually, because it was Modern Day Cavalry. But I have a music channel as well. It's the music of MDJ if you want to check that out. That's my God. I think it's in the description actually. Are you ever doing animation, or did I miss that? I will, whatchamacallit? I would do animation, but I still have a lot of illustration I want to improve, so I keep putting it off. Your podcasts are fucking amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll keep doing them. We have another guest from Blue Sky, now a Disney company. Also a good friend from high school coming. He was supposed to come yesterday, but I'm feeling sick, so I didn't want to hang out. That's the Titan that ate Aaron's mom. I'm going to get a different picture because the one that I have is the same sort of angle. I like that one, actually. Just checked it out. Didn't know you had a serious investment in music, too. I actually am more of a musician than an artist. The reason being is that I started playing music a lot earlier, and I'm still considering going back to that. Part of the issue is now, like, I'm professionally invested in art, so it takes a lot of time away from that. And writing music is very time intensive and often not very profitable. And not that everything's about money, but also at the same time I need to pay rent. So my goal is to save up a lot of money and then go and do everything that I want to do, like playing a bunch of music and, you know, trying to see what's next. Definitely want to. We'll bring back some music though, for sure. As it's my bedtime, I shall be seeing you. Alright, see you later. The worst thing, both music and art. Ideas. Ideas can be painful. So we wouldn't see much art from you if that happened. No, that's not the case. I would probably still be doing the Gumroad and everything. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. We'll see. As of now, I don't really have a reason to be doing music. I feel like a lot of what's been written in metal has been done. And maybe that's like a stupid thing to think, but I would need to spend some time really analyzing what I want to do, or what sort of... I'm not even sure I'd want it to be metal. Still hoping for some music theory. Yeah, I do want to do that, but it would be more composition theory if I made videos on music. Any recommendations on environment, landscape, digital painting courses? Do anything from Aton. He's fucking sick at them. Aton, Zach Retz at Brainstorm. He's amazing. I think his brother might have some I'll check if his brother has Gumroads as well. Tad Retz. I'll soon be able to buy a guitar. Any recommendations on where to start and channels to look up to? Not exactly channels to look up to, because I haven't... I learned guitar so long ago that I don't even know what resources would be available. But as far as guitarists to look up to, listen to Polyphia. Those guys are badass. What's kind of cool is, like, when I was learning guitar, the really good guitarists that everyone looked up to were like Steve Vai and all those guys, the guys from the 80s. And they wrote the cheesiest and really lame music. But now you have really great guitarists that write great music. So there's a lot of cool guitarists to look up to nowadays. Yeah, Tosin Abasi from Animals as Leaders. There's a lot of really, really great people. And they're writing music that actually bumps and is actually nice. It's a bad idea to start learning how to draw with realism if your goal is video game and concept art. No, it's a great idea. I still have to learn the basics before thinking about writing material. Yeah, you gotta... It's just like art. You gotta learn the scales and all that stuff before you start getting into composition and stuff. And that's the same... I say the same thing because... For art, because, you know, I always get students that want to jump into, like, designing stuff, but I think back to when I was writing music, I'm like, dude, for the first, like, 10 years of writing music, my stuff was very derivative. Not only that, though, I had to learn the fundamentals of it first. You know, the scales, the physical dexterity of playing guitar. Could you get, like, lines like this on a tablet? I think you can. Can you zoom so it's a bit bigger? Not really. I could zoom. You know what I can do? I can blow this up. Hold on. There we go. How's that? My only problem with the time investment is much of my workday. It's artwork practice. Yeah, so you have to kind of like settle on something. Unfortunately, that's how I've always been of the mindset. You gotta like choose one thing to focus on. And sometimes that's hard. I know, it's like such a pain in the butt. But like when I was writing music, for the entire year I was writing albums, you know, and that was all I focused on. Our names, do you have any? Loved my Beck video, thanks. It was kind of scary to put out because I'm not great at mechs. I mean, I can draw them, I can't design them for shit. I need to work on that. Artists that hit a brick wall just do things like these challenges. Shit, fucking this up. I am using Photoshop. Oh, I see where I fucked up. No. I see where I fucked up. I gotta fix that. Sorry, everybody. This one was surprisingly hard. What references used for this? Noses are ruthless. I always have trouble with them. especially when you're seeing up into the nostrils. It's kind of hard to make it like appealing looking. The rest wasn't so bad once I got that nose. Is this Slipknot? No, it is not. It is Johnny Booth. Not every metal band is Slipknot. It's not 2002. I've been drawing for 4 years. I'm not really sure how many years it's been. I think it's 3. But I had drawn before that a bit. Wasn't like I just picked up the pen for the first time. Just to make that clear. How much do you see with your mind's eye before you put a line? I think the neck is a little too small on the third one. It is small, but I did consciously make that decision. But also, you're not seeing the sternocleidomastoid, which is about to come from there. You're seeing the trachea to the mylohyoid. Does it make me more right if I say the names? No. The answer is no. You should add the current music. Yeah, I should do that. I keep not doing that. But it is just one band so far. I want to hear the next track. Have I ever used my art to impress a girl? No. Can Johnny Booth copyright strike these live streams? Well, it automatically does. I can't monetize anything with copyrighted material on it. They wouldn't do it on purpose. They're very happy that I've been using their stuff. How to get in the comic? I have no idea. I'm not in the comic industry, so I would say probably start drawing comics. Why impress one when you can draw? You can press yourself, or you can draw one yourself. I don't know. I read that joke improperly. I had no reason to either. I had a girlfriend right around the time I started drawing full time, so. Actually, I take that back. I did use it to impress her, so then it worked on the first time. And now we've been dating for 2.5 years, so. But I kind of have a rule that, like, what you do creatively is not, it's not really for that purpose. And especially coming from like a nerdy metal background, there were really no women to impress with my music anyway, so I just never really developed that. Yeah, it does look a bit smug. I'm sure harder learning to draw or getting a girlfriend. You gotta learn to have some game, my friend. You gotta learn to talk to people and be funny. I had the benefit of not being afraid to talk to anybody. Or just strangers, really, more so than anything. But that might be the only skill in that field. Oops. What do I have to do to draw like you in 3 years? Live my life. Have some prior drawing experience. A shitload of motivation. Pathologically so. And can you suggest other artists who do live streams like this? I don't know. I don't know if there's other artists that do as many live streams as I do. I haven't done some in a while, but I didn't really nail that one though. James has a beard for impressing girls. Oh, thank you. Alright, now we're gonna go Deftones. Actually, you know what? No. I like this. Oh yeah, Twitch does have a lot of artist streamers. He just needs long hair, but I don't think it would be practical. Are you talking about me? I feel like long hair with me is difficult. Know of any other musicians who can draw well? Yes. Actually, he's going to be on the podcast at some point, but it's Eric Imprada. He's from the band Fever 333. My friend tours with them, so he's going to come on. How do I make an income? YouTube ads, Gumroad. I get a monthly from Patreon, and I work for Brainstorm. Oh yeah, and sponsorship deals. So those 3 things, or 5 things combined. It's actually pretty sweet. It's time consuming, but it's cool. Can you suggest a free art program? Yeah, Creed is good. Yeah, that guy Eric, he spells his name weird. It's that. It is the letter K. Do you have any courses online up platforms like Skillshare? No, I don't. I just advertise for them. Am I working from reference? Yes. Just need an Autodesk account. Have I dabbled in 3D? Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's pronounced Eric, but it's spelled Eric. What tablet am I using? The one that Moses wrote the 10 Commandments on. Song playlist, please. Deftones. But yeah, I should do that. Can you please teach on drawing lines without constructions? Not really. You just sort of do the construction enough that it sort of gets in your head, and then you don't have to think about it anymore. That's really all there is to it. After you do construction enough, then you have to like move on to doing things without construction. Or as much as you can, sometimes you still use it. I just don't like using it. He certainly does have some luscious hair. Don't feel bad for using... I don't feel bad for using reference at all. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody. How's my Monday going? Pretty good. I don't feel bad for using references at all. Every professional artist uses reference. It's the way you improve. And when I say every, I'm excluding Kim Jong-gi, obviously. Dude's a maniac. Don't feel bad for drawing cubes horribly. Apparently in Brazil, everybody, when they sing along to music that's live, they sing along to the guitars. So I'm pretty sure I belong in Brazil, because that's what I do. It's also just a habit of being a guitarist. Just don't trace someone's art and call it your own. I don't do that at all. How do you apply what you already knew in music to drawing? Definitely like the learning path. The idea that you need to know your fundamentals first before going into, you know, trying to write songs and that sort of thing. Not that you can't, but and also just being realistic about the timeline has been really crucial for me as well. Like, I spent so long playing music before really getting proficient at writing, and even now I still, you know, no matter what, you still struggle with it. It's always difficult. You know, but it took me like 10 years before I really felt like I had a library of riffs or something. Like, I can now pick up a guitar and sort of write a metal riff, but if I was to write a different genre, it would definitely be, I'd have to really study. And so I think it's kind of the same deal. And so I kind of am thankful that I started with guitar, because I have a sense of realism of how difficult these things are to do and to get really good at and proficient. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not at the same level at guitar for another, like, 7 years or something. Is this character based on a real life person? Yes. Yes, it is. It is a study of expressions. And so a reference pack got put out with expressions, and I am following along with it. Hey, Marcus Becker. Looks like they are listening to Deftones. What's up, Marcus? Got Marcus Becker in the house. Damn. What is going on, my friend? Marcus and I go way back, playing music together. Speaking of music, we used to sit in his basement, play guitar for hours on end. Thanks, man. Surely just copying images is not an effective study. Surely it is an effective study, and completely disagree. You internalize the shapes, you learn to express that, and then you go and do it afterwards when I don't have hundreds of people watching, and try to draw it without that. What is a study? This is a study. A focused session of trying to draw a specific thing and doing it over and over again. Muscle memory 2, yes. Where did I learn fundamentals? The internet. Really. Hey, I just bought this reference pack. Good. It's a good reference pack. Do I recommend my Patreon classes to beginners? Yeah, sure. Channel name for learning fundamentals. The one you're on. That explains why I didn't get it. What is the reference pack? It's Noah Bradley's Expressions pack or something. Just check it out on Gumroad. Oops. I made this too square. When's the Marco Bucci podcast? Maybe next week. I forgot when we said, actually. It's pretty soon, though. I hate being sick. Da, 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 da. For the person that said you can't learn from studying and imitating, that's very wrong. The only way that you improve your imagination is by placing things in that imagination. So if you never do that, then you're never going to get better at recalling certain sets of information. Do I do workshops in real life? No, but I would like to. No, I don't think I'm going to do them all in one setting. Yeah, drawing from reference is industry standard. Listen to Gordon on that one. I don't like the, I don't know what's with all the anti-reference thing. Sometimes people in the concept art industry even use it more so than I'm doing, where they just place the actual photograph in the painting. Yeah, take it from Jake Parker. He would know better than I would. Oops, too much smudging. Real men draw blindfolded. Jesus Christ. Not there yet. It's actually kind of funny because if you think back to like all of the I don't know, all of like the classical artists and stuff, they never drew from imagination at all. I'm not saying not to do that. I'm just saying like it takes steps to get there. I practice with no reference every morning, but it's also like you need to balance that out, you know. Just practicing with no reference all the time doesn't build your visual library ever, you know. So yeah, for sure, but also at the same time, personally I haven't been doing that on stream because I don't like the pressure of that on stream. I'm not there yet, and I found it discouraging. I'll probably get back to doing that, but I felt like I was getting really burnt out. So I did most of my studies I'll do on live stream. Is Blender free? I have no idea. I'm not a representative of Blender. Yeah, don't you want to do a Proco Kangaroo? No, I don't want that. Yeah, I mean, that is another aspect you guys have to consider from my perspective as well, is like, it's so annoying if you have like, you know, if I do a really shitty sketch and it's like somebody screen grabs it, then I gotta deal with that. which there's plenty of times I do shitty sketches, shitty riffs. But anyway. How do you effectively learn from a study without just drawing what you see? Doing it from other angles, doing it from imagination afterwards, as I've been saying, you know, just like, you know, I have the sketchbook off to the side, and so later on I'm going to do these again. I'll try to do them from my head. But like getting the mileage of doing it is actually what's going to build up that visual library. It's not just learning about learning the anatomy of the face, though. Alright, so that's number 4. Number 5. Maybe I should lower it to 100. Do I draw every day? Well, if you keep adding more question marks... Calm down, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I draw every day. How do I draw from my life? Same way I draw. And I don't know, this way. Is there an option for mods to pin a message at the top of the chat? I don't think there is. Oh, this is going so fast I can't respond to half these. Are you going to draw the same character with different expressions? Or different characters too? Well, I'm using a reference pack, so I'm going to draw this person. And then there's another dude in here, or her husband is in this, so I'll draw him in a little bit. If you could, Gordon, if you could answer some of those questions, that'd be fucking awesome. I can make you a mod, hold on. There you go, now you're a mod as well. Did I play Sekiro? Yes, I did. Oh, we get some angry expressions in there too. Oh, that's a good idea. You want to do that? I can set you up in Discord. Let me do that. Hold on. Are you on my Discord server? 1 second. Can you draw a shitty face for me? No. Alright, yeah, let's go in Discord. I'll link you in. I'm gonna lower the music. Raise this up. Alright, hold on. I'm so fucking sick sounding. Alright, if you I don't know if we're on... Do I have you here on Discord? You know what might be better? Let me go on Facebook. You might be able to just do a Facebook call. Here, let's see if this works. Oh shit, okay, never mind. Let me send you the link on to my Discord. I think you can actually just add me on Discord, but here, there's the link I just messaged you on Facebook. You can add me, and then we'll go in a direct call with each other. And then you can answer all these questions. You sound sick, or you alright? I'm sick. It's horrible. I hate being sick. Pending. There you are, buddy. Alright. So now let's. All right, sending you a message. And now starting a voice call. Trying to, at least. Let's go. Why is it not working? There we go. Why is it not working? Is it because I'm on the... I wonder if it's because I'm on the whatchamacallit, the web browser version. Hold on. That's stupid. Okay, you know what we can do? I got a better idea. If you go onto my server... Wait, can I join it? No, it's not working. Alright, here's what we're going to do. If you join my server, I'm going to make you... Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds. We'll handle this. Okay, let's do this. Okay. And now let me go over here. Okay, join my server. I should be able to ping you. Wait, are you on the server? God damn it. Okay, and if you go into, there's a thing called live calls. I'm gonna hop in. Oh, I can't go into that either. That's super weird. All right, hold on. We'll figure this out. I got a better idea. All right, go back to Facebook. Sorry that everybody's sitting through this. Okay, there you go. Now I sent you a Hangout link on Facebook. And then hopefully, hey, there you are. What's happening? Let me just make sure I can hear you. Can you speak? Are you there? Hold on. All right, I see you. What's going on, bud? I don't hear you though. I don't know if it's. Stay in the chat. Let me do one thing. I'm gonna leave and come back. My Google Hangouts has been very stupid. Oh my god. We're gonna make this work. I promise. You would think this would be super easy, but it's not. Okay, that's fine. Olden Day James is leaking. Alright, I'm going to move on to the next phase while we try to settle this. Your pen is glued to your hand even when you're typing. Yes, that's true. You don't put your pen down for anything. The references are from, what's his face? Sorry, Noah Bradley's Gumroad. That's why we need Gordon here. It's not working. There must be something you can bring. Does this work? Well, hold on, let me see. You know what the problem is? My Discord app doesn't work. I'm gonna try one more time, Gordon. We're gonna make this happen. Alright, I see you. But I still don't hear you. Why is that the case? This is so weird. And so frustrating. I'm gonna download... I have to download... Alright, let me see if this works. Oh. Hold on. We've been having trouble with Google Hangouts on my thing. Let's see. And it's showing that your audio's working on your end? That's so strange. Alright, well I'm downloading the Discord app. Or you know what, I got Google Chrome going. I should be able to Facebook call you on there. For some reason Safari doesn't work with that. So I'll do that. Alright, I'll see you in a second. Alright, everybody, sorry. He is not muted. Have I heard of King Crimson? Yes. They're awesome. That song's so good. James, what do I think about Dragon Ball? I think I want to give it a Kamehameha wave. That's what I think. All right. Let's get our Google Chrome going. Bye. Oops. Ah. Get out of here, Mac, and your stupid shit. All right, hold on. Let me get this to go now. Now the next problem is I gotta remember what my Facebook is. Christ almighty. Will I do future animal anatomy videos? Yeah, there's one coming out this week. Sorry, I'm just handling this nonsense. It should be so easy to do this, but I don't remember my passwords for anything. But I intend to... East Coast is the Beast Coast. No, it's the best. I live here, so I'm all about the East Coast. Do you use your own facial expressions as reference? Sometimes. Sometimes I do. This is such a roundabout process. Like if what I'm doing right now. It's so ridiculous. Okay. Okay, now I can reset my Facebook password. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna message you, Gordon. Okay, hold on. Now I can start a voice call with you. There we go. Allow. Oh shit, that's loud. Alright, everybody's still here.
Hello.
Hey, we can hear you now.
Okay.
What is going on, man? Can I tell you what I just had to do to get you on here?
Okay.
I had to reset my Facebook password. Well, at first I had to install Google Chrome so I could Facebook call you. Then I had to restore my Facebook account. Then I had to, in order to get to my Facebook account restored, I had to restore my Yahoo account. It was just a whole ordeal. I went through like 7 accounts, but now you're here. And I'm happy to have you.
Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Might even be able to hear you better than me, actually.
Okay, so this is going to sound totally weird, but right. So I can't hear you talk through the Facebook app. I can only hear you
talking
when you're
through
talking
the
on
stream.
YouTube. Like, I can't hear you through Facebook. So,
Oh my
and
God.
I can't keep YouTube open at the same time as well as talk to you on Facebook, because then that fucks that up.
Hold on, wait. I think I can handle this. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Here, wait a minute. I'm going to change my microphone setting so that way you might be able to hear me. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can totally hear you now.
Oh, okay, we fixed it. Great.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was my fault. I didn't have the YouTube set properly. I was like, why is he talking strangely? All right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming and hanging out, man.
Yeah, man, no worries, man. How do you want to handle this? Do you want to do kind of like just moderate chat and answer questions, or do you want me to talk to you and then?
Well, yeah. Why don't we do the chat? Well, first, catch me up on what's going on in your life, and then you can go through the chat and pick out some questions.
Cool. Nothing hugely exciting. I just got an iPad Pro, so that's the latest
exciting.
coolest thing. Yeah, man. I'm actually get one. I got the 2016 model with the Apple Pencil for like $300, or like £300, but yeah. So,
awesome. Oh,
yeah.
Also, I don't think we did it. You should introduce yourself to the people that are listening.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they know who you are.
Text accent. Yeah, so I'm Scottish. I don't know if you guys can tell.
I think they got that.
Yeah. So I am Gordon Neal. I left my job as an engineer at 28 to go back and join the games industry. So I done a degree, I done some shit in between, and now I'm working on an indie game, some other different bits and pieces.
And you got a podcast.
Got a podcast. That's what I'm kind of broadcasting from on your channel. But yeah, Digital Artcast is my podcast, which I started, 2016, maybe a year before.
Awesome.
So, yeah, they don't have the growth you do because I haven't been as consistent with uploads. But yeah, had some good people on there. Had some really big guys.
Yeah, I mean, you got me on there, and that's all you need.
Yeah, had Scott Robertson. Scott Robertson was on there as well.
God damn.
That was a highlight, yeah, because he obviously writes the books on how to draw. So
yeah,
he was one of the most interesting people to talk to. Also met him in Edinburgh because his second name's Robertson, right? So he's actually Scottish.
Oh shit.
Like a link somewhere, because then like with your surname as well, that I'll say it, but then it's Irish, right? Like you've got Irish in you, yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, Scott was back tracing his roots in Edinburgh. And,
oh, that's so cool.
And he met him in the National Museum, and he signed my How to Draw book, so that was quite a surreal moment. So yeah.
Oh, is that how you got him on the podcast? You met him and then?
Basically, yeah, because I mean, he has so many friends on Facebook because everybody wants to be friends with him, obviously, because he's like the guy who teaches you how to draw. But yeah, like he met me and he was like, oh yeah, and I said, oh yeah, I do a podcast. I'd love to have you on. He's like, oh yeah, cool, hit me up. We'll
That's awesome.
So yeah, he was like a highlight.
I find that people are very receptive. Not only people are receptive in general, but if you meet them in person, you have a better chance of them wanting to come on, or
Oh well, I just announced today, like that came through being at THU last year, but I managed to meet Rafael Grassetti, who was the art director, one of the character artists on God of War 4.
Oh, sick.
Or the new God of War. And he's basically just asked me to help him with his class that he's doing soon. So I'm going to be moderating the chat and talking to him live during that as well. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that basically came out of just me and him at THU as well, so that's pretty awesome.
Well, I think people, at least from my perspective, they probably catch on that you're like a cool guy to talk to, and you spoke to me about metal, so that was exciting.
Yeah, that was a fanboy moment when I knew you were in Paid in Exile, and I was like, holy shit, like I love that band. So,
that's really funny.
Yeah. It was funny though, because we were talking about the band and just in general the other day with one of my friends, and he was like, oh yeah, like I feel like after their kind of EP, like 2007, they never really recaptured that magic, and I was like, it's because James left.
Thank you. I will say that revitalized riff, it even in my own life, it felt like I captured magic for a moment, and I haven't felt it with anything since that riff. There was something about I don't know, maybe it's not that important of a riff, but like in my life, I remember I just spent 9 hours straight writing that riff, and it happened on this night before a big test in high school, and I remember I failed the test because I stayed up writing that riff and just like didn't study at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, so worth it.
Yeah, no, I think it would be because it's most of the. I think when people think of that band, like these songs, like "Revitalizing Skylines" are like two of the biggest things that kind of pop out. I think in that album. So
Thank you. Skylines
yeah,
was even earlier than that. Actually, my friend Marcus, who was just in the chat before,
hmm
um, he was the one who wrote that with me, and that was before the current lineup. That was like, because a lot of people, to his credit, Mark, newest guitarist, he did write a bunch of stuff on the Ordeal album.
yeah,
I would say that album was more his sound, whereas Revitalized was a lot more my sound. And that was probably the big difference.
yeah,
Um, to his credit, I actually loved the Ordeal. I thought it was really sick. But
yeah,
the Revitalized sound was a lot more of my riffs, maybe too much of a riff salad or whatever. But
yeah.
it's still fun though. I want to
I dug
go.
it, man.
Yeah, I want to go back to writing some music. I was just telling the chat before. I don't know if you're listening.
Yeah, my friend as well, because like we've had the same kind of like I say upbringing, but past. But yeah, I was in bands for ages, and then so was my friend, and we were catching up the other day, and he was like, he tries to join some local bands and stuff, but just no one is writing at the level he can play.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, yeah.
they'll say like metalcore and stuff, but then he's thinking, all right, cool, like maybe even stuff like Vela Maya, because they're like doing some awesome stuff just now, and like it's like Killswitch riffs from like 20 years ago.
Yeah. It's also kind of weird because now's an interesting time because a lot of the popular metal is really changing styles a lot, which I appreciate and really like it. But there's a lot less technicality, a lot less. I would say there's more of a focus on just like genuinely being heavy, and with bands like Code Orange, even the band I was listening to before, Johnny Booth, who I absolutely love, is like they're really more focused just on the songwriting of it.
I think Protest the Hero were like well ahead of their time, and everything they done, like
Protest the Hero is so good though. They're so good.
That Kai's album is just still one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like he was saying that he tries to get involved in bands, and it's just stuff that he's just not want to play anymore. I mean, they wrote one of their biggest albums that they wrote over here, which sold really well and stuff, and they got a lot of promo out. It was just like really heavy. It was almost like a mirror. It was just a lot of breakdowns and beatdowns and stuff, and like they liked the attention it got, but then they didn't feel fulfilled writing wise. So,
yeah.
So it's difficult. I think you strike a fine balance between those two.
Definitely. Because one thing I've noticed with a lot of the heavier bands, you can make a really good live experience because it's so much fun. But for us, the moments when we were playing live, the softer moments were kind of like slow and not too crazy. And then, it was always those really, really heavy moments that were, where the audience would really respond.
Yeah.
And that's partially just people wanting to go and beat people up and whatnot.
Yeah, it's the anger factor.
Yeah.
It's one of the riffs that make you want to go beat people up. Yeah, so no, I mean I think it's also the fact that people, it's kind of like in an essence where when people start when people start drawing, they almost, like you said, neglect the basics and neglect the foundations. So
You
just want to do the cool stuff first, but then I think it's the same when you pick up guitar, right? You want to like jump on and play really cool riffs, but then because you haven't studied fundamentals or built on scales, then you can't really keep up with some of the more technical stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So, because you could probably, I mean, no like badness to Killswitch, the guys are awesome, but the riffs aren't the most complex stuff to play. If you try hard enough, you probably could learn a Killswitch song in an afternoon.
That's true. Yeah, I think Killswitch. I think they can physically play the more technical stuff. Like I forget the name of the guitarist. Adam Delkowitz or something. Yeah. He's really, really amazing. He can definitely play some of the more technical stuff. I think they got sort of pigeonholed by their style, or they just kind of stuck to that style so religiously that it got old.
Yeah, well, he said that like he because he studied at, I think, Berklee School of Music or one of the schools out in Boston, and the music schools, and he said that like he could play more technical stuff, but he just felt like the Killswitch style was something. It's like guys who can draw, right? Like you can draw super realistic stuff if you want to go that direction, but then stylized is like its own thing where people want to draw the stuff that they enjoy more. So it's the same with Killswitch. Like he probably could play more technical stuff, but he enjoys the style he plays. So,
and I even think that we're listening to on the stream. I have Deftones on, right? And
Yeah.
Deftones is a great band, a great example of a band that can play way more technical than a lot of times of what they're actually writing.
Yeah.
But they know when to like calm it down and not be so crazy about it.
Deftones music for me is trippy, man. Like House of Flies and stuff like that. It's just
Oh yeah, let's put
Oh
that
my
on
God.
actually. It's so good.
Around the First are one of my favorite albums. So yeah. So yeah, chat. I'll just see what's happening with a lot of guys.
We're getting a lot of questions about where the reference is from. That's the Noah Bradley reference pack.
Oh yeah, I got the link here. I'll post it in chat. If people
Oh
are
yeah.
still-
I adminned you, so you should be able to post.
Yeah, I've got it. I've just posted it up. So.
All right, cool.
But yeah, no, this is just me catching up with chat. It's actually not been as active since I got here. It's kind of slowed down. But who's this man talking? What is his channel? I've linked it, guys. I've linked it in the chat. Digital Artcast.
No, you'll find that you'll have to keep linking it because people will
drop in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always the way. But yeah, so it's the expression thing. I think I was kind of hitting a nerve earlier because I know so many of my art friends who will post their work to people who aren't like professional artists. But then obviously it's the whole reference thing comes in and out again in every argument, and it's just it gets that headache at one point because if you're posting without reference, like it's crazy. I can't understand how people would think that reference is like a bad thing. Like even if you go out and take a picture, or even if you go out and look at things with your eyes, that is a type of reference. So you can never get away from not using.
That's true. And like I don't know, if you think about back to like classical artists, they had models sitting there. They had.
Yeah, I posted in the chat. I was like, Da Vinci had like Mona Lisa sitting right in front of him when he painted her. So. But yeah, so what tablet is he using? I'm assuming James is using a Cintiq.
No, I'm actually not. I'm using the Huion Canvas GT221 Pro, sponsor of the channel, my friend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, I'd actually seen. I see cheaper alternatives. No cheaper alternatives. Well, they are cheaper, but it doesn't mean that they are cheaply made.
No, they're awesome. I love them.
Yeah, like a lot of the ones I've seen that are because Wacom are a great company and everything, but at the same time, I feel their stuff is a higher price point, especially for entry level. I think some of their bigger or smaller units start from like $1,500.
I think I'm contractually obligated to tell you that Wacom sucks.
Yeah, Wacom does suck.
Yeah.
So the tablets. See, to be fair, I mean, like I know guys who have done work for some of the biggest films and games in the world, and they've basically just had a Wacom or just even on the Wacom, just sometimes just a tablet, but just like a base tablet sitting on the desk, not even one with a screen.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I did the first year of the channel on the Intuos Medium with no screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, like everything's a tool. People kind of think initially when they start that you need like a 27-inch monitor with all these graphics cards and all this RAM and these huge mouses and pads, and some people do some of their best work with ballpoint pens and paper. So
I do most of my sketching. Like I use ballpoint pen, or now I've been using mechanical pencil. Like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, I mean, like even when I met Scott Robertson, like he had a big thing in his book about racing, so he just uses ink gel pens or permanent pens just to draw everything.
Yeah.
It definitely gives you more confidence in your line. So.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of funny because I spent so much time, reading that book and doing a lot of like, pen drawings, and then once I started loosening up, which I've been more loose about things now, it's great because you still have that skill set of being able to have really tight line work.
Yeah, definitely.
And you still have this sort of mindset of like economy of line and not being so redundant.
Yeah.
With your line work, but now I can loosen up and still.
Yeah. Tablet to recommend. Just use whatever you feel comfortable with. Maybe try a few to start with if you have friends that have them, and then just try and settle. Pen and paper, I would say. Like James, obviously, his whole existence on his art channel is basically about foundations. But I would say, like with every foundation, to get the essentials, you really just need pen and paper.
Yeah.
You don't need much else. Nail that before you start maybe going on to digital stuff, because the foundation you build and that stuff will bleed over to your digital work. So.
How are you liking 3D, by the way?
3D is cool. I'm enjoying 3D, but
it looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just getting the basics down and stuff like Maya and other 3D programs. But even Substance like Texture and UV, and it's all a process. And I think if you want to use modern terms, if you're going to concept art and things for films or games now in AAA, you kind of need to be able to do some level of 3D.
You do.
Yeah, even just blocking out basic environment sets and stuff like that. So even characters now, a lot of people use just basic ZBrush models to flesh out their characters first before painting over. So
that was actually what I was going to ask. Are you like, is your intention to use 3D to supplement the 2D, or do you want to be like a modeler or something like that, or are you still figuring it out?
I wish I could answer that question, but like I still don't know 100% what I want to do. And I think because I'm moving soon, I'm off to Tokyo. Like,
wait, you're moving to Tokyo?
Yeah, I'm heading to Tokyo. I don't know if I told you. Yeah,
permanently?
For a year at least.
Wow.
And then I don't know where after that, but
damn.
Yeah, got a job across there, but yeah, like I'm going to basically spend a year there, trying to refine my style and draw shit. So that's why I got the iPad basically, so I can draw and sketch.
See, when I asked you what was going on with your life, you said nothing really, and you didn't include that part.
I assumed I had told you, so.
No, I don't think you did.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, just trying to take a year off of, no year off the art, but just not be so paranoid or so fritzy about. I don't have a proper job yet. Like I haven't got a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday one. But yeah, like I'm going to basically try and refine my style the year I'm there. I mean, ultimately when I left my job initially, I wanted to do comic books, so I wanted to draw, I wanted to be an illustrator. But then I found out that comic artists make next to nothing.
They do, unfortunately.
So yeah, and I mean they're talented, super talented guys. It's probably why a lot of them now are in animation because it pays so much better. But initially, yeah, the comics path for me just not a money thing, because I left a really good paying job to be an artist, but I want to have enough money to live, and a lot of the guys I know do a lot of work and a lot of hours and get no money. So.
Honestly, I not to just say it the way I do it is the way to do it, but like just building up your name on social media and then having a Patreon and having Gumroads and all that stuff is great because your source of income is so diverse.
Yep.
That it just kind of enables you to do whatever the hell you want. So like hypothetically, if I decide tomorrow that I'm going to do just fucking purely animation, I can just kind of like post about it on Patreon and eventually people will come. And I think, you have your podcast, you have ways of like reaching out to social, people via social media. So I think just, doing that, you can honestly just do whatever you want.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think ultimately I'd want to be more stylized than realistic. But then I think even with stylized work, I found that you need to build heavy foundations on realism.
Yes, you certainly do.
Proportions before you start making stuff more stylized. So.
I think stylized is harder, to be honest.
Yeah, it is, because it's the exaggeration of the joints and parts of anatomy, and it's hard. It is because you're trying to almost invent anatomy, if that sounds a bit stupid, probably because it is. But yeah, you're basically trying to make things out of nothing. So it's but this guy I met at THU last year. I'll put him in the chat for everybody to have a look at. And I'll send you a link on Facebook if you want it. But Corey Loftus, he was one of the lead visual development artists on nearly every one of Disney's films that they've done, like Zootopia, Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, sick.
Big Hero 6. So he done a lot of the biz there for that. I actually worked at a game studio well back in the day. I think it was a game called Wildstar he worked on. It was a MMO, kind of stylized stuff. But yeah, his illustration style is like one of my biggest influences, and it's very stylized, very kind of hyper realism stuff. But he talked about how he spent years and years, filling sketchbooks before he went anywhere near design and stuff.
Yes, so. That's kind of my point on the channel is like, and the only way I really know that is from music, right? Because it's like you could just try to jump ahead and write music, but then it's like if you didn't learn theory, you didn't learn how to play your instrument properly, then it's never going to be the top level that it could be.
Yeah.
You sort of learn to unlearn it as well. I know that sounds weird, but like you learn all your theory, and then after that it's like, okay, but now how do I put this in? How do I add style and emotion to it? And then you stop thinking about the music theory part of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a journey that takes a long time, and I think like the last time I went and spoke to the guys at university, when I done a talk there long after I graduated, I said to the guys about how basically that No, sorry.
That's all
I
right.
forgot to ask a question there really quickly. Um, yeah, so basically, yeah, it's a process that can take years and years, and a lot of the guys coming out of uni were saying, oh yeah, no, how long do you think it'll take me once I leave my degree to, get a job? And I'm like, realistically, I mean, within maybe 5 years. And
Yeah,
they're like,
it
and
takes
they're
a
saying,
while.
yeah, well, they were thinking maybe 6 months to a year, and I'm like, well, I mean, if you're really good, then sure, but like, if like most students, you leave and you haven't really got the foundation or the style or anything figured out, then yeah, that would be a thing that will take a while. For my class, there was only like me, one other guy who went and done 3D, and another girl who has her own comic series, she's super talented, really good illustrator. Um, yeah, out of a class of 30, there's only three of us maybe that had, stuff from beyond university. So, and I didn't really need to go to uni for art. Like I know now I could have, basically carved my own path. But I just went because I think it'll be handy with me, because most of the jobs, there is stuff in Scotland, but outside of Scotland I'll be wanting
Yeah.
to travel, so I'll need to obviously think about visas, and for visas in countries internationally you usually need a degree to warrant
Oh,
a
true,
visa.
true.
So, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm always of the mindset. I have like a really, really long-term mindset where I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna get really good at drawing for the next 10 years, and then I'll start doing projects.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, so
No,
like in my mind, I'm kind of okay with it taking a very long time because I know how long it took me to get good at guitar.
mm,
And then beyond that, I know how long it took me once I was good at guitar, which actually wasn't very long in the learning process. Like the fundamentals of guitar and all that and like playing scales physically took 3 years. And so
yeah,
with art, I kind of feel like I'm at that same spot where now I'm like, okay, I can physically do things, but now it's like, now it's time to look at artists and develop style, and for me with music, it was at that point I was doing a lot of covers. I was breaking
yeah.
down songs and figuring out what they were doing, how they were
Mhm.
building emotion and all that.
Is it not crazy how similar learning an instrument is to learning how to draw? Like,
It's the same process.
if you think about it, like learning covers is you're studying like what you're doing just now. So that's you learning covers. Then once you've learned enough covers and enough riffs, you can then build your own one, which is then your style.
Exactly.
Then you audition for a band. Then if you audition for the band, the same for going for a job interview. And when you're in the band performing, that's you at the professional level of
Exactly.
drawing in the studio.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly the same thing. The analogy is one to one, but God, yeah, it's scary to even think when I was vocaling doing vocals for a while before I stopped, but I did initially get in as a drummer, and then the amount of nights I used to sit in my shitty garage in the freezing cold, like banging on the drums.
Yeah.
God. I mean, didn't even get me started on trying to just master even double bass.
Oh yeah, it's frustrating. I play a little bit of drums.
Sequences. Oh yeah, it's I like it's more physical instrument. I think that's why I like it.
Yeah, it definitely. I feel like it's easier to connect emotionally at first with an instrument than it is with art. Because I feel like with music, you could just play a bunch of power chords and still you get that sort of emotional response.
Yeah, definitely.
But with art, it's like you got to be really good to get that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Curious Cabinet. Exactly. Hit the nail on the
Hey,
head.
Ahmed showed up. What's up, dude?
Oh, Ahmed. Hey. Oh, Ahmed, you need to get in the podcast, dude.
He was on the podcast. Oh, your
No,
podcast.
oh, my podcast. Yeah, no, never mind your one, James, my one. No,
I was like, I just had him on.
The last time I spoke to him, he was in Japan, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll get back to you. But then I think he's just been so busy. No wonder, I mean, the amount of stuff he's doing. But yeah, sorry, Curious Cabinet was saying about, your ability to network. Yeah, 100%. Networking is, I started going to events 2016, and every opportunity I've had, like I just said, like that whole class with Raphael Grisey, like I got that through basically standing next to him at an event and talking to him. So plus the talks you go to, I think if you go year after year for a couple of years, you tend to hear the same kind of stuff at some talks, but even just going and meeting people, doing live drawing amongst others, kind of meeting new friends, not even the talkers or the speakers, the actual just people that are like you who are just learning, and then you connect. So yeah, man.
I think
networking is a thing.
Yeah, you got to do it. I was talking to actually Ahmed about this with the podcast. I want to get like more comedians and stuff and other types of art, and so you got to go. And I'm gonna go to comedy clubs and just ask people in person. It's like you just gotta, you just gotta put yourself out there.
Well, everything like that is an art, right? Whether it's it's a performance in some aspect, whether you're drawing, painting, singing, or talking to people. Everything is an art form, so yeah,
Yeah.
like I would love to do that as well. I mean, that's the only reason I started using. I had more 3D people on. One had a lot of 2D artists because I wanted to try and change their perspective. But everybody has the same journey, right? Everybody learns the same thing. Like even with comedians, you would watch enough stand-up that you would, catch moves and timing from other
That's
comedians.
yeah, exactly. I love
practice in front of the mirror.
listening to stand-ups talk about how they break down the process. It's really cool.
There was a really good video recently, actually, where Will Smith, because he's doing his bucket list thing, he went and talked to Dave Chappelle, and he and Dave Chappelle sat for like an hour or two just talking about the most important things in stand-up.
That's awesome.
So yeah, there's always a good set of videos just kicking about. Even Dave Chappelle's the Actors Guild thing, like where he went and talked to one of the guys about his career, and yeah, that's super interesting as well. So
Yeah. Gordon, can you entertain these people while I go to the bathroom? I really have to pee so bad.
that's cool. It's all good. It's all good.
I'll be right back.
The reference pack we're using, guys, is it's Noah Bradley's anatomy pack, or no anatomy reference pack. I'll link it in the chat. Give me 2 seconds. There it is. Yo. And then yeah. So basically, we've been using that expressions pack on the live stream, and what you'll find James is doing is you basically just would take the faces on it and draw them as you see them. An interesting fact when you're drawing, Ahmed will protest to this, is that people don't know that when you see something and draw it, you're not actually drawing what you see. You're drawing what your brain is interpreting it as. So you're never going to get a photographic one-to-one copy. You will probably find that it's just how your brain is interpreting from what you know or think a face looks like on the paper. And what James is doing is actually a great example of it, is taking the reference pack and then on top of that playing to his own style and then replicating it on the paper in his style. So it doesn't look extremely, one-to-one with the reference, but it is one-to-one with a reference and his style of drawing. Because you'll probably even see, I would say, James's style is a bit more stylized, so not cartoonish, not realistic, somewhere in the middle, but it's still a good example of what to do with reference packs, is that you don't want to copy things one-to-one, you just want to make things an interpretation of your style on a paper.
There you go. I made it back.
Ahmed, yeah, definitely. No, it's fine, man, don't worry about it. Like I was saying, you've been hella busy, and that's totally understandable.
I'm still pissed. I'm pissed for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was going to say, because for me and James initially it took a couple of weeks even just to like sync in a day that we were both free. So
I'm very flaky also, so that's
fine. But Yo, Gordon, how do you factor in smoothing into game ready models? Do you need to smooth all your models? Yeah, I use Smooth Preview in Maya, which I think is universal with a lot of 3D programs. You want to do Smooth Preview to basically get an output of realistic curves and tangents and for your lighting, because your normals won't work properly if it isn't smooth, because nothing in real life is that sharp or has super defined corners. Everything has to have a kind of curve to it. Even tables, you look at tables and in front of you, you'll notice that the curves on the tables aren't like super sharp, they're chamfered.
Yeah, Ahmed, this song is great, and Maynard does do a great chorus. Sorry to interrupt you, Gordon.
No, it's fine, bud, it's fine.
Also, Ahmed, I've been going through all of your painting tutorials, so thank you.
Oh shit, yeah. When Ahmed sits and draws stuff, like, it's almost mesmerizing. Like, I think there was one of his current videos I bought, and it was literally, I think, an hour or 2 hours of him sketching in his sketchbook. It's just a video of that, and it was like mesmerizing. And I love Ahmed's style as well. It's like it's that almost like stylized realism. It's I say kind of Blizzard style, like, but stylized realism, which I think is awesome. I'd say his actually main influence, like me, is probably anime.
Don't credit Blizzard with Ahmed's style. That's not.
No, I know. I'm not crediting Blizzard, but no, like I cry. But I think because for me my original style was trying to merge Eastern stuff, because I used to love an illustrator who works for Riot just now called Alvin Lee.
Yeah.
And oh god, his stuff is like anime central, but like I just love that look. I think it's the line weighting a lot of stuff, but yeah, because he worked in comics early on, and I think that's what really drew me to him. Same with Joe Mad, like Joe Madureira, like
Yeah.
his stuff is mind blowing, and hopefully he's going to teach you this year. So I can get my Darksiders art books.
That's awesome. Yeah, his stuff is amazing. Whatchamacallit? I always like realism. I don't know if that's just because I'm lame, but I always like I don't know. I love like Ian McKegg's sketches and
Ian, man, he's Scottish. Way.
Yeah. Will Weston's sketches are awesome.
Yeah.
I just like maybe it's just the faces I like to be realistic. I don't really know.
Ian actually worked in Rockstar North for years, working on Grand Theft Auto before he left to do
I didn't know that.
films and everything else. Yeah, the Grand Theft Auto guys are just up the road from me in Edinburgh. They started the studio years and years ago in Scotland and are still making it today. So,
that's awesome.
Gaming Pro, yeah, be like Ahmed. To be like Ahmed, you would need about another maybe 10 years, because I think that's roughly how long Ahmed's been drawn. Probably longer if you factor in his childhood drawing as well. So
let's just take this time to make up rumors about Ahmed.
Corey Loftus' style is reminiscent of both old Disney animators. Mick Hall. Yeah, Corey Loftus he does look like an old school Disney animator, but he has that modern flair to his drawings, which makes it cool and attractive for studios. So that's why he is working on the biggest stuff in the world. So yeah, I'm just going to draw James with hair with the Death t-shirt because I'm bored. Okay, Lord of Onions, you do that. Same if we'll just eat lime and salt and you'll be all good. At Abertay Uni doing computer arts, always looking to get better. Okay, cool, man. Abertay, yeah, that's in Dundee. That's just not far from where I am. They're a big school, mostly because most of their alumni end up in Rockstar North making Grand Theft Auto. So yeah. Popped in, don't know if it's already been asked, but is he using Reference right now? Yeah, Reference pack, I'll link it again for anybody who missed it, it's just down below. It's Noah Bradley's facial expression pack, which just came out, which is really awesome. No, it's like
I use Reference because I'm a cheater, and I'm a dirty, terrible artist.
Uses Reference. Everybody uses Reference.
I'm a dirty, shitty artist.
Yeah. Ahmed will back us up in this because, Ahmed, we had a lot of guys saying that James was cheating because he used Reference.
I'm such a cheater. So. I think about with music, a lot of times, like before I go and write a song, and I think the more I think about this, I see the relationship to art. I'll listen to a bunch of different genres of music, or I'll listen to a bunch of different songs and see like, oh, how can I combine these together? So lately I've been listening to this sort of like sad boy rap, that whole like that whole thing. And
dude, I have the lo-fi playlist on usually.
Yeah, and I'm not even really into it, but I really want to see how I can combine that with something like Deftones or something more heavy like Johnny Booth.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And
rap and metal was a thing that was done badly back in the day, but yeah, it was a good new interpretation.
I think there's a lot to be done with it, and I don't know if I'm the one to do it, but I would like to. I just installed all my music. My native instruments, which is all the sample packs of like drums and whatnot, and that's how I usually record. So like I'll program in a drum beat first. I usually start with the drums, and then from there I'll Did
James receive any formal training? No, James is a self-taught artist, which is pretty much, I say people think it's rare, but it's more and more common now. People can sit on Gumroad or ArtStation or CG Academy and basically teach themselves over the internet.
I just couldn't convince anybody that I needed to pay for more school since I had just left medical school, which is really expensive.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, 40 grand in the hole now with just 1 year of med school. So I was like,
Ahmed, that's harsh. You're saying you're not Kim Jong-un.
Oh shit, fuck. Shit.
How dare you not be? But Ahmed, true story. I went to THU last year and I got to meet Kim Jong-ji, and he signed my book and drew me an awesome picture in it. I bought one of his sketchbooks, and he
did he say? He said, "You're not me," and then got really angry and offended. He's like, "You're not me." Kim Jong-gi actually is kind of a dick because he doesn't respect anybody that's not him.
Oh yeah, I've never got to speak to the guy, but yeah, I think he was getting annoyed at one point with just people just asking the same questions over and over. Like I think the biggest one he gets is the brush pen he uses. What is the brush pen he uses? And he's like, I don't care anymore. Like just use whatever you want.
I'm late. Whose voice am I hearing? You're hearing Gordon.
Yeah.
Chef Gordon
see.
Ramsay. That's sorry.
Also Scottish. I use 3D models for backgrounds, and sometimes they're paint to draw. I use software called PanForge. I know, it's so good. Yeah, I mean, most people I know in the industry now are using 3D models and paint over. Literally because it's the same as using a lot of reference or mood boards, because speed is key in production, and if you can't draw something really quickly or iterate ideas quickly, then yeah, they'll probably find the next person who can. If I have a unique style, we'll get a job more. Yeah, if you have a unique style when you draw, that's usually more attractive to people who are hiring, because a lot of people will learn to draw and then draw in a similar style or paint similar things, but then if you have a defined look, then yeah, that's more attractive to an employer. Definitely if they're going for a stylized project.
To answer Soda, yes, we're getting Gordon Ramsay on the podcast next. He just did Hot Ones, and the obvious next step to Hot Ones is the Modern Day podcast.
Yeah,
I would love to have it on a big level where we could get real people.
On.
Not necessarily celebrities, but like I want to get metal celebrities. I want to get like what's his face from Lamb of God.
Randy.
Yeah, that would be really cool. That's my goal. I had a dream that I got Kerry King from Slayer on.
Oh shit, that would be good. What else? References? Yeah, Ahmed says he just pastes the reference and people think it's his own work. Plays on downchain guitar. Look at St. Anger. I'm you put. Oh god, Jesus Christ! So late, voice hearing, catching up, consults. Raw hangings. Currently studying animation. Might go into medical animation. Not sure yet. That's also a good field. I know a lot of people have actually done illustration at school. Went into medical illustration. Pays pretty well. Solid work. Yeah, one of the few facets industry that pays well. Yeah, Corey Taylor, please. Oh shit, Corey would be awesome to get on.
Yeah, that would be sick. I love Slipknot.
He's as deep as the fucking ocean, so.
I feel ashamed for years of kind of hating on Slipknot because I didn't like that they wore baggy pants and had masks.
Oh yeah.
You know?
But I think when you dive deeper into the music, sometimes you do start to realize like, oh, these guys are actually kind of cool musicians. And
I found I did that with a lot of bands, and then now I've just found a new respect for them, which is always good.
Unfilled frantic. I studied Loomis' book on illustration. Yeah, Ahmed definitely would recommend Andrew Loomis. Although his book is maybe a bit more.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit. There's a lot of body shaming in it. He says. Yeah. He says there's no reason to draw fat people, which I thought was horrible, but also really funny. When I read that, I was like, "Whoa!" He wrote something like "Fat people are just not interesting." I was like, "What?"
Yeah. No, definitely. Gordon Ramsay yelling, "You heating hot pockets in the microwave." Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay was actually just on an episode of Hot Ones, the show on YouTube.
It was so good.
Oh man, I was loving it.
Can I tell you that I put Last Dab on my breakfast every morning?
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't know if I could handle that.
I'm such a hot sauce fanatic. I'm just obsessed with Hot Ones and hot sauce in general.
Kind of pen does Gordon Ramsay use? He doesn't use a pen. He uses a spatula.
Yeah.
So, Cannibal Corpse and Slipknot, thick neck.
Oh, Cannibal Corpse is pretty great.
Yeah, back in the day. Remember that Ace Ventura film, the first one, where the Cannibal Corpse were in like one of the opening sequences where he goes to look for someone. You know, there's a sequence in the club where he goes into a club and people are playing metal. That's Cannibal Corpse on the stage.
Nice.
Because he was such a fan of them.
Here's the new album.
Yeah. Oh god.
I just put it on.
I've not listened for a while, but yeah.
They just put out a new album. What is it? 2017.
So I think so. Yeah. They're still.
I just put it on.
They're still using. I think some of the original members. So yeah. What are the Flies? Found some good freaking art. Yeah. Moving to bed. Isn't draw fat people? Well, he's a savage. Yeah. No, Loomis is there's even Bridgman. I think is one of the cornerstone anatomy guys. There's a few actually. There's even I'm trying to remember the name. I could never tell you now. But when I spoke to one of my artist friends, who's an awesome illustrator, Alex Heath, he literally told me someone who is like a modern day version of Loomis, and linked to his book. I cannot remember for the life of me who it was, but there is. I'll try and find it next time and get James to pass on to you guys. But yeah, there's a really good modern take on Loomis' stuff. It's on Amazon just now. So yeah, Ahmed, cool man. Catch you later. Thanks man.
Later, Ahmed.
And yeah, message me about the podcast. I need to get you on. It's been so long.
I think us smaller art YouTubers, if you're still here, Ahmed, we have to band together because Proco and Jazza are taking up our related channels thing on the side, and it is killing the subscriber growth. So we have to.
Oh yeah.
We got to band together.
Yeah, no, I've definitely noticed that. I mean, Jazz is awesome. I've never met the guy, but like, his content is cool. And
Yeah, but my related channels went from like Marco Bucci, Ahmed, and Cynics to fucking PewDiePie, who doesn't need any more subscribers, first of all, and is not related to my channel at all.
oh yeah, that sucks.
I love PewDiePie, but like, he's doing just fine. He's got the whole internet on his side right now.
Yeah, because someone was asking me earlier, like, I think I've only got, like, I've just passed 1,400 subscribers, and somebody was like, why don't you have more? And I'm like, you know, unless you're posting or live streaming or kind of keeping a regality on YouTube, then
yeah,
can't fall under.
You got to have a regiment with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of frustrating. Your channel definitely deserves more. It's just a matter of, like, the algorithms can be really annoying to deal with, and it really rewards consistency.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think it's one of these things where consistency is king, especially with posting. But then it depends what your end goal is. Like, mine was never to get famous. I say famous, or get, you know, a kind of big following on YouTube. I was literally just posting them so I could link them to other students and say, you know, listen to this guy. Just he'd be good for you. He'd be good to, you know, influence what you're doing.
That's not my goal. My goal is to get as many subscribers as possible.
Yeah. Well, you kind of need an audience where, yeah.
I don't want to. I want to get a bunch of subscribers, but I don't want to compromise on the content. So I don't want to, like, you know, I could do something ridiculous, but if it's not, or you could, like, what am I trying to say?
Like a viral video, but then it's not really in the long term going to help your channel.
Yeah, I want to keep it the sort of, I'll do the silly intros and just teach the way I want to teach.
But then you've been on YouTube for, or kind of doing it, I mean, publicly facing for maybe 2 years, but the guys I know, the artists, like big artists who've been on YouTube for 4 or 5 years, and yeah, they don't have anywhere near as many subscribers as you, so...
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man.
It's you just got to dress up and have stupid characters in a channel lore, and then you got it.
Yeah. Funny enough, the biggest art channels I've seen that are doing really well are mostly fan art channels or guys who do, you know, the anime boob stuff. And
yeah.
I mean, there's a place for it, don't get me wrong. I mean, back in the day, obviously I think one of the biggest, most successful artists on Patreon is still Sakimi-chan. She's still doing fan art of different video game stuff. I still can't understand how though she gets away with doing all of that stuff and not getting sued by Disney, because she's making a heck ton of money off that stuff.
I actually don't know who this is that you're talking about.
Oh, link here. Sakimi-chan is she's an artist for Patreon.
Wait, this is Sakimi-chan that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was a guy. I didn't realize that she was a lady.
No, that's a lady. She's German.
I wouldn't know with that name.
But yeah, I think her Patreon money, the last time I looked at it, was something close to 25 grand a month.
God damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, good for her though.
Oh no, totally. Like, but then when you look at the stuff she does, it is more of the fantasy fan art, anime kind of half naked stuff. That obviously we get views for, you know, obvious reasons. So, but yeah, you want to keep a bit of integrity sometimes with your work. If you want to just, you know, you're not want to pander to a certain type or a certain group, because you want views, like you said, you want to keep it relevant to stuff you're doing.
Yeah, so. I've never done that. Like, you know, I never wrote music for anybody but myself.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to keep it the same way. I like really dumb skits. That to me is funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so excited for this one. Sorry, I shouldn't spill the beans, but I'm just excited. I rented this, or I reserved filming time at this colonial village that has all these like buildings from 1700s America, and that's all I'm going to tell you about it. But I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, for your video stuff. Oh yeah, I've been digging the video stuff. Like, it has been just cool to watch. Like, I think even that's something that you could stand apart from with everybody else. Because you said, like, I'm not going to make stupid videos just for, but like that is part of your personality, and I feel like that could be something that draws more people in, without obviously having to resort to shiny boob armor.
I think it's like sensational enough that it gets people to watch, but it's also just, for me, it's kind of funny, and like it's not really embarrassing anybody other than myself.
It reminds me of the old school
YouTube.
this guy's
Oh,
no
sorry.
the paid in Excel stuff you used to do. Like the videos were kind of similar in that vein.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah, being just silly gooses.
yeah, I think the revitalized video, like the OD girls, like that was for me like a really awesome video to watch start to finish.
Oh well, thank you, because I hated it, but
Oh wow, really? Okay, Jesus.
no, that's okay. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, the Skylines also was an awesome video. You guys like were you rocking it in like a barn or something?
No, that was still revitalized. We never did a like an official video for Skylines, but
Alright.
we wanted, since we had the rap part in it, we were gonna make it like a rap video.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I had just ended up leaving before that,
yeah.
but now I have access to a lot of that camera equipment, so I can we can kind of go do some silly stuff.
Yeah.
But I just want to say it's kind of funny how like those sort of skill sets that might seem unrelated really kind of work together.
Yeah.
Like I always have loved making videos and that sort of stuff, and I think all that stuff really factors in, if you want to do storyboarding or anything like that.
Mm. Yo, Sakura-chan is Chinese descendant who lives in Canada. She is not German. Oh wow, I can remember an interview with her. I'm sure I could have sworn she was speaking German at one point. Unless you can just speak German really fluently.
A lot of people are multilingual.
Yeah, definitely.
Not me.
I have not an interest in Sakura-chan whatsoever. Yeah, like there's a group of people I know love her stuff and some don't. Just depends, I suppose. Sakura-chan, yeah, she's an illustrator, basically. Fan art is great advertisement for IP. It's free, that's why companies don't care. I wouldn't say companies don't care. I know a lot of companies who do care, a la a lot of the Overwatch stuff from Blizzard. Like they have been closely monitoring a lot of the stuff, fan art, and taking some of it down, just dependent on where it's posted and if people are making money off it. So I think the thing is, if people are making a profit off it, stuff like
Yeah.
that, it then crosses a legal ground, which is difficult. So I know a lot of concept artists don't travel that far into fan art or make money off it because they might want to work for that company one day. So yeah, you've got to be
Yeah, that makes
careful.
sense. I guess for the company, they have to, what the person said, like they have to assess whether or not that's benefiting them. Like I know a lot of video game streamers, they let them play because it benefits the company
helps.
and gets it out there.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things, when I was talking to some of the guys in New Blizzard, like the biggest problem they had because they released a lot of the character models for free for students, basically to
Oh, okay.
learn how to model the characters from Overwatch, and then a lot of the guys basically ripped them and made some raunchy videos with the 3D models.
Oh
basically.
God.
And then Blizzard were trying to chase their tail, basically, like cleaning that stuff up because yeah, it's not the image they wanted to put out there, basically. So.
Oh my God.
So yeah, you've got to be really careful with your IP. It can be.
That's something I
dangerous.
never even thought about. Like
Yeah.
as Overwatch, you have to worry about Overwatch
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah, I don't think they thought about it either. That's probably why when they posted it, they're like, "Oh, this will be fine." We're putting it for educational purposes, but yeah, you underestimate the
Different type of
basically.
education, sex education.
Yeah, basically. So, yeah, fan art's cool in a respect. Like it's I think it's even like a grey area now because I know when I first started, a lot of the guys who went to cons done a lot of fan art and stuff, and I think as long as it's your own interpretation of the character and your own drawing, then I would see it as fine. But then if you're selling, Batman sketches for money, then yeah, it becomes a grey area where how do you justify that as like not actually taking money away from DC?
Yeah.
Which is and funny fact actually, I found out the other day that DC stands for Detective Comics.
Oh really?
Yeah, the name was given because it was part of the Batman franchise because he was a detective. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
that's where he came into the fro.
Oh.
What else? I'm curious. Law 13 of Copyright of Europe affected art channels. It possibly might even affect. It might even affect James's live streams. There's an article just now being passed. It has been passed in European Parliament. That basically YouTube and a lot of other channels and providers like Twitch within the European zone of the world have to strictly monitor copyright materials on people's channel and
Yeah.
possibly hit them or pull channels down and stuff. So yeah, it's like it might affect, not that it would affect James directly, but then it might mean viewers from Europe would then, if if you're playing music in the background and it's copyright stuff, then it almost might block the channel in Europe, so people can't watch your stuff. I don't know yet how it's going to play out, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff up in the air just now. It's not looking great.
It's not looking
basically.
good.
Nah, because a lot of Twitch people from Europe as well are now kind of shit in the bed, like what's going to happen next? Are we going to basically not going to be able to like stream games? Or we're not going to be able to play music? What's going to happen? So yeah, scary times ahead. Anyway, let's by the by.
We'll just have to live stream without Cannibal Corpse playing, which is sad.
Oh god, man, no. Because that's the whole thing that we're trying to basically use with Article 13 is that like you couldn't like memes are going to become illegal. And
Yeah.
I was like, what the
It's actually really bad.
so stupid. I mean, I can understand intellectual property law and people want to protect their brand, but at the same time, come on. I mean, a lot of companies and a lot of things now are at the peak of their career because of the internet. So
I'm kind of the mindset also that if you're a creator, that you should just embrace people stealing your shit. Like, with the music, people are going to torrent it. That's fine. Yeah, you're not making that money, but that means that they're helping get it out there and that they cared enough about it that they wanted to just steal it.
Yeah.
And like, if you're a good enough creator, you'll just make more shit. So it's like,
I think it's a fine line as well, because I know people who have had their stuff stolen and basically, it's been plastered over T-shirts and posters. And
oh yeah, that's annoying.
So yeah, it's a fine line between.
Okay, that's a little bit different. I guess I'm more so considering like with my Gumroad videos, right? I know people torrent them.
Oh yeah.
Like whatever, I'm not gonna like go out of my way to really make a big stink about that.
Yeah.
If it's an IP that you've been working on for like years, okay, that's a little bit of a different context. Oops.
Yeah. Well, the whole art industry basically knows about one particular website that exists out there that is full of like everybody's tutorials and Gumroads. But then a lot of guys I've known who I spoke to have said to a lot of students, like, look, use it or get it however you can. If it helps you improve, that's fine. And when you get a job, just pay it forward. Go back in and buy my stuff. Like, they don't really mind. They kind of know it's like, yeah, Alex, you have the right website.
What's the website?
CG Peers.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's where my tutorials were.
Yeah.
Shit, I shouldn't say that.
No,
don't do that. Go buy my tutorials. I gotta pay rent. That's okay. I just keep making new ones anyway. So.
Yeah, man. No, but I think it's just like I said, like the guys were saying, the professionals were saying, like, look, we're no 100% behind it, but if it gets you to a level where you can get a career out of it, then sure, and then just go back later and make sure you reimburse us for it. So, which I have done. I have
That's
went
pretty
back
nice.
to a couple of guys and paid them money. So yeah. Does anyone know how I can change my YouTube pro? No idea. The problem is when people are making money out of other people's work they didn't pay for. Again, Lucky 7, it's a grey area, especially with art. Interpretation is a lot of things. So yeah, even a lot of guys I know who are super successful, like even Rostran, like he basically will use model photography to then interpret an image. So people have even said
it was a little close.
Yeah, it's almost like it's one with the
I'm
model,
also in this particular situation, I'm of the mindset that if it's called drawing, it's photo bashing is not drawing.
Yeah, that is. I definitely feel like there's a whole debate between people who draw and people who use that stuff. But the thing is, I think using it too early in your career is wrong. Whereas, like, I know people who use it in industry, but it's mostly just for production, and also for speed in a studio. So it's.
I think that's fine, but it's just like just be the just understand. It's like if I'm sculpting, I'm not going to call that drawing.
No, definitely. Yeah. Okay, someone's donated $2 to you, James.
Someone's barging the door open when the cops ask, I'm not here. Oh, thanks. Who's the guy talking with James? That's Gordon. Gordon is here. My girlfriend just sold a print. Or a original. Congrats.
Woo.
Congrats, lovely.
Ooh, awesome.
High five. You want to say hello? Well, they're going to see your face if you're hopping the screen.
What if I cover it?
Say hello to Gordon also.
Hi, Gordon. Joseph
Hey.
Gordon.
It's not Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt Ramsey.
Yeah. My girlfriend is also here. She's just sitting across from me right now. So.
Oh, awesome. We can have a double date via my live stream.
Yeah. Gordon Freeman. Yeah, funny enough, when I went to work in one of the studios last year, people kept calling me Gordon Freeman because my first name was Gordon. So yeah, and I wore a Black Mesa lanyard to work. That was hilarious.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We see hair, lots of hair.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm hiding my face because
My girlfriend is also a redhead, by the way, so we've got that in common.
Oh, awesome.
how's it going?
Good.
It's,
Drawn faces.
just about Eitan Zana. Yeah, Eitan Zana is awesome. You can check his work out. He's one of the leading guys just now that's doing cool concept work. He was also on James's podcast, so
Yeah.
check that out.
He's been on there twice. You should check it out.
Yeah. Eitan is like one of the guys to go to in this industry. Like he is, yeah, he's a magician. I don't know how he does all the stuff he does.
Can you answer the question, why does Gaming Poo not have a girlfriend?
I don't think anybody can answer that really.
No.
Can Gaming Poo answer that? Yeah, I think that's one he has to ask himself. It's
Well-
a reflective
When's
question.
the last time he's been outside?
Yeah, Carly says, when's the last time you've been outside?
Yeah, that does help. Yeah,
Because he had to go outside to get a girlfriend usually.
yeah.
It's
No,
like in the
I met my
name, you
girlfriend
go
at
out into nature.
a mutual friend's board game night. So yeah,
Oh, shit.
looks like James' face is on his girlfriend, but
Pure scum.
Because the artists are the hustlers of the art world. Yes, they are.
Make breakfast.
Yes.
Thank you. Or unless you want me to order food.
Let me make breakfast.
James's girlfriend is on the stream. Can you see it? Oh, alright, can you come over?
Yeah, because I think I'm gonna go to the wedding thing.
Okay.
Whoa, I'm so... What happened?
Already.
You know, his girlfriend was talking, and then I thought it was your voice.
I don't think hold on, where is he?
You don't know my voice?
No, it just sounded very similar to your voice.
Okay. Say hi, Dan.
Hello.
Hey there.
Yeah, we're just sitting just now because Dan works across from me. So yeah, we have a small office where we do shit. So
Oh.
are you going to do that eventually? Are you going to make like an office space or anything? Because I just got like an office quite close to me, and it's pretty. dope.
I certainly am. Office space in New York is expensive, so I'm waiting just a bit.
It's in New York.
And I want to get more people involved with what I'm doing before I get an office.
So
Come
yeah,
to New
no, I
York,
think-
guys.
I think getting an office space is awesome because then it separates that work-life thing.
Oh, for sure.
It's easier. Yeah, because having everything jacked into your bedroom is always, yeah.
Yeah. At least I have, like, my apartment has I don't know, I have a studio room, and then it's not in my bedroom, so
Yeah. that's
I got a
not
whole
it.
studio space in there.
Yeah, nice.
But it's still in my house, so it's not the best.
Yeah, yeah. No, we had an idea just to get out because well, now we're moving. It's basically going to sit here and just contain a lot of my stuff for a year. But then the idea of getting the iPad was I could take something mobile. I'm probably going to get a laptop as well because I would still need to do some 3D stuff. But yeah, the iPad will be there basically just to fill that drawing void in, so I can take it about in some awesome places in Tokyo and draw things.
Awesome.
So, yeah. What else have we got? Not been in the chat for a while. When you say at your job in concept art, yeah, I do art for various. Well, I'm working on one game just now called Mask of Semblance. You guys can check it out. It's redessencegames.com. They were just at PAX East actually in Boston, showing off the game. So yeah, you can check that out. So I do 3D as well. 2D, 3D. It's a mix. Depends on the thing I'm doing at the moment. I'm also doing a short film with a friend, and that's going to be in 3D. So
Oh, cool, man.
it's pretty awesome. Experience it depends. Concept artists that actually draw stuff are pretty amazing. Yeah, no, like I wouldn't say concept artists are scum, man. Like they have a process and a pipeline that is more towards industry.
Why is he
than-
saying they're scum?
No, like I mean, I think it's because he says like because they're full bashing and using 3D.
Oh no,
The
stop.
process, the process that is as a pipeline it is within the industry. It's with if you're in a studio, you could sit like James and draw stuff, but with the time they have, you just don't have time to sit and draw stuff by hand.
Yeah, I mean, none of this would, like, think of how long it's taking me to draw this, and I'm just drawing the face. I have no designs done.
Yeah.
It would take forever. And
Color,
like,
anatomy, all that kind of stuff. So
just because I just like illustration, so that's kind of what I'm focusing on. But
yeah.
that doesn't. No, they're not scum, man. You gotta change that view of it.
I don't know what that is. Lord Onions, Gordon, help! There are men calling themselves Combine in my door. Oh, okay, right, Combine. Yeah, it's from Half-Life 2. It's a video game. So Yeah, my girlfriend was like, "What the fuck is Combine?" But yeah, they're from Half-Life. They're the bad guys basically.
It was
So.
like, it's in like, I think the concubine?
Oh, Concubine? No,
What do you mean?
Combine. They're bad guys from a video game.
Gordon, no concubines.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend would not
Okay.
appreciate the
No, girlfriend
concubines.
wouldn't appreciate it. No, she definitely wouldn't. So
What?
yeah.
I don't know.
Also, kind of I can't focus on two things at the same time, so I can't get attention to girls and chat. Yeah, focus on art. Girls are silly.
What?
Whoa.
Girls are art.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
Girls are
The
art.
shape,
Yeah, curves and
You
shape.
know, the
Yeah.
bum, the boobs.
Yeah.
Can your girlfriend hear me?
But that's why there's the
She
phrase,
can kind
"Take me
of.
when
I've
you're
not got the
young."
audio off basically because like it'll just. I think it's going to feed back through my mic. So
Yeah, that's fine. Well, tell her I said hello.
Yeah, James says hello.
Hello.
Says
Hi. I'm sorry you can't hear me.
Diane says hoi because she's Dutch. So
Hello.
yeah, hello.
Goedemorgen. I don't know what
I gotta say, I think I like having you on stream, or just because it's less boring because I hear people's voices. And it's like I'm having a
It's the
conversation.
same, man. Like I've said to people for ages, there should be some kind of podcast / streams thing going on because yeah, talking to yourself it is just a thing in its own that it's
Yeah.
impossible to try and stay focused and do things. And like you says, when you went away to the toilet, like I was still talking, it just breaks things up really. So
Well, you're welcome back anytime.
yeah, man, I can do it whenever you're on. My schedule's kind of free just now.
Sweet.
What else we got? I think a lot of the problem is they don't have a lot of time. Yeah, exactly. Serious. It's when you're in a studio and you have like 3 or 4 days to make a concept, then you will use any and every tool to
Well,
speed up that process.
It's not only that though; it's like even just more effective at coming up with shapes and things that you wouldn't,
Yeah.
and not and like your goal isn't necessarily the illustration. You're using illustration as a tool, and like
Mhm.
you have to just appreciate what it is you're doing. I guess that's the point I was trying to make about like the Ross draws thing. It's like, no, you're photo bashing, and that's fine. Just like don't convince people, don't tell people that that's drawing just because people are going to get the wrong idea. People that want to do illustration might get the idea that that's what drawing is, but that doesn't make the tact or the technique invalid. It's just a different technique.
Yeah. Does James want a beard that's as long as Kerry King's? I don't think anybody can beat Kerry King's.
No, I don't want a beard that long, but it'd be epic. I kind of want to do, if you know the show Vikings.
Oh yeah.
I want to just go full Ragnar. I'm just gonna shave my head and get a giant beard.
Nice. Or Mohawk. Mohawk would be cool.
Yeah, I'll do the Mohawk thing. And just because it wouldn't look good on me at all, that's kind of why I want to do it.
Yeah.
Because it would look terrible. But that's kind of the point.
Use reference. Yeah, I'll just put that again. Reference packs linked below. Photo bashing. Photo bashing is using photography or pieces of photography like hills, mountains, sunsets, or even bits of people and bashing them together into a scene in Photoshop and then painting over the top of them. It basically gets a lot of your base anatomy or base environment stuff down really quickly, so then you don't have to spend as much time laying down foundations basically. Because even people would sometimes like pose, like James is doing now, just pose the girl in a certain pose and use an expression generator, and then they would just paint over the top of that.
Yeah.
Then make a character with armor. Because if the focus is then the armor or the clothing, then they don't really need to worry as much about actually drawing the person.
And that's why certain things like stylized movies, like at Pixar, they're going to focus on drawing the expressions. But like if something's realistic, you can just use real people, so you don't need to have concept art for that.
Your style or technique will be dictated by what industry you want to get in. So if you're focusing on illustration and want to do stuff like Magic the Gathering cards, or you want to work in books,
That's
a lot
what I
of
wanna
stuff
do.
like that. That's all illustration stuff. If you want to get into, more video games and movies, concept art, photo bashing, 3D would be more your pipeline. So definitely, it's is the lighting not totally wrong? If you do that, would there be time? No, like the lighting typically with photo bashing, you wouldn't use the base lighting on the object. You're just looking at the shape.
You that's actually the biggest thing with photo bashing is like you'll get lighting that's not maybe accurate to the lighting that's in the full scene, but then you spend the time to like edit it so that it then fits into the lighting of the scene, and that's pretty much the big thing. And then like maybe you'll add some painterly aspects to it, so you'll try to make it, you'll try to edit it down so that it looks like it was a Schmid painting or something,
Yeah, definitely.
and that's part of the whole process.
Trent Canugia was Blizzard artist. He said Blizzard modelers would give him a grey box map level and he would paint over it. Yeah, I know Trent. Trent's awesome. He's a former Blizzard artist and still doing some
he's the
Blizzard
best.
work and really awesome stuff. Yeah, basically he said for quickness people would hand him renders of what they call a white box, which is a representation of the level without art, and then people would draw over the top of it. Again, it's a production thing, comes down to speed.
Yeah.
Used quite rapidly, so yeah. Used to think it was all done from animation. No, yeah. Depending on the project, like you said, with Pixar, Disney stuff, then sure, people will have to build things more illustration based. But even then, they will try and use references from real life animals and all that kind of stuff. For Zootopia, especially, there was like
Oh,
quite
yeah.
a lot of talk. Like they used a lot of zoo visits to get one-to-one references with animals that were going to be used in the thing. So. Yeah, can do a tutorial about stylized portraits. Probably James will do something about portraiture at one point. He has an anatomy pack, an anatomy drawing pack on Gunworks.
Yeah,
now.
there you go. Thanks for the promotion.
Yeah.
About stylized portraits, I still need to just work on stylizing in general. I was actually, when Ahmed was here, we were talking about that and like kind of improving that, and I've been practicing on my own. That stuff is really cool, and it's all about, you know, taking shapes and, you know, exaggerating.
Exaggerating them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Can we get a beard drawn on her? That would be up to James if he's going to give her a beard or not.
Can we get a beard? No, I'm sorry. I'm not-
Can you use Unity 3D where you can take a camera and set up your shot for image avoidance? Yeah, Sysposh 67, I can't say that word, but yeah, basically if you wanted to draw an environment and get a quick lighting setup, you could move in grey boxes and put one light this here, and then yeah, take a shot and your lighting is sorted, your shadows and light will be already where they need to be. But also check out stuff like James Gurney's book, Light and Shadow, because yeah, learning that stuff is one of the key foundations. Colour, light, and anatomy are the three pillar stones of any artist's career, I think. So
yeah, because, you know, if you're, you know, the point we were saying is like you need to know lighting first to really understand it, and then once you understand it, you can use photos from anywhere. And you know, it's a lot about correcting the lighting. I remember watching John Parks, one of his Gumroads on it, and it was really interesting to see how he just incorporated photos of all these different things that he wanted, completely different lighting, but then you use, you know, level adjustment, paint strokes, all that kind of stuff, and it starts to create a scene that all looks like it's, you know, within the same environment.
who's the Australian guy? Alex, I am Scottish. I am from Scotland. He's not Irish, he's Australian. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, the accent that can be dodgy for, I think, especially Americans, because
we don't understand anything about the world.
Yeah. I know I didn't mean a negative sense. In fact, I think it can be useful learning to draw, have a problem figuring out how lighting should work, make a model and use it as reference. Yeah, man, like there's nothing wrong with making model references and then using them for your environments.
I've seen a lot of people do that.
It's very standard. Who's the Icelandic guy? I'm getting everything here. Like I'm getting Iceland, I'm getting Australia, I'm getting the islands.
Yeah, seriously.
So, yeah. Are you going to do a Gumroad tutorial on facial expressions? Comfy is asking.
Yes, I am.
Okay, there you go. There's your answer. James Gurney, King of the Colours. Yes, James is King of Colours. James Gurney's books
They're
and
great.
a lot of tutorials are incredible. If you want to learn how to work light in your scene or just light in general, James is the master. Scott Robertson's the master for drawing. James is the master for lighting. Don't get why you're thinking, you know, because Scott's Australian. Scott Robertson, How to Render book shows the light vanishing point ID. Yeah, so Scott has another book. He has one called How to Draw and one How to Render. Between the two books, you can pretty much learn everything you need to know about drawing. When you're making realistic concept art, I'd imagine it's difficult to design things that don't exist if you're just photo bashing. Photo bashing can be used as a tool within imaginative stuff as well. I think Eitan, or one of the guys I know, and I think Miche Kutiara done a photo bashing thing where he made a cyborg, but a lot of the stuff was like photo bashed wires and like circuit boxes from different pictures, and he made it into like a robotic arm. So
and Trent Kanuga's got a video on that sort of thing where he's doing like stylized stuff, but it's all photo bashed.
Yeah, Trent just released an environment pack where basically he done it's like an advanced course where he uses a 3D setup in Blender and then paints over the top of it. So yeah, he does it as well. James is the master of everything. This James, yeah, James is the master of everything. The Chewbacca because mine fucking had a lot on the drum before.
Hey, Carly,
Yeah, man. You
where's
should be
Birdie?
getting up. You should be getting up every 5 to 10 minutes for every hour you sit.
Wait 1
And
second.
stretching, it can help because basically, yeah, sitting for prolonged periods can arch your back and do really shitty things to your posture. So you really should be standing as much as you can. Standing desk will help with that as well. So yeah. I think what's world on sci-fi feel, but I do get float bashing and feel a bit late too. Yeah, I know people who do stylized work and use photo bashing as well. Just
Yeah,
to
you
get
can
shape.
do whatever.
So yeah. Okay, you're Scottish, but didn't answer who you are, what you do. Oh yeah, it's been a while. I'm Gordon. I run a channel called Digital Artcast. I'll post it in here. I had James on for a guest not too long ago, and we have become friends on the internet. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm also a concept artist slash. I say concept, just digital artist, because I do a lot of things 3D, 2D. So my art station is. Wait for it. Drum roll, please.
It's coming.
Okay, so yeah, there's my art station, guys. If you want to see some of my art, it's linked below. Love in the background music, yes, it is awesome. Although I can't hear it, but yeah. Do 200. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're at 205 watching now. George has a beautiful voice. Who's George? I'm Gordon. I know. I always like get my name wrong and everything.
It's just what happens, dude. I love when I get somebody who shows up in my channel and they're like, "What channel is this?" I'm like, "You made it here. Like, what's wrong with you? I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
The
The internet's a crazy place."
ArtStation. What's the ArtStation? Oh my god, ArtStation is the standard for a lot of people who work in the industry post their work there. Every time a game comes out, a couple of months later, you'll see an art blast where everybody dumps the art they worked for in that game. So ArtStation is like, yeah, most people who post there are industry professionals. So, say for instance, for a game of PUBG, I can't imagine that any drawing was actually done for the concepts.
No, probably not.
Yeah, PUBG was a mod of Arma, which was a game that already existed, but the guys who made Arma would have concept stuff out, even if it was realistic. So, yeah, PUBG was just basically a clone of something else, so they didn't have to do anything. So, best place to photobash from. There's actually a photobash.org. There's a website that provides references and pre-cut like trees and stuff if you want to do that kind of thing. So,
And textures.com is pretty good too.
yeah,
I have a subscription over there. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Photobash, you just buy the packs, and once you buy the packs, you can use them for whatever you want. So, yeah. What platform is it on? Platform PUBG. Oh, I think PUBG's on everything.
Everything.
So mobile phones, I can get it on my iPad Pro. So.
Where have you been? Gaming Poo. Your name is called the Gaming Poo, and you don't know about PUBG?
I know.
Where have you been? Are you living under a rock?
I know. Do you do any 2D work since I only see 2D work? I'm mixing between styles. So yeah, I do some 2D work. You'll notice in my portfolio I have Hearthstone illustrations. I have paintings I've done for cards. You just have to dig through my ArtStation. There's different parts of it. So if you'll see, there's like all main speed modeling publications that I've used, studies. If you go all the way to studies, you'll see a lot of 2D stuff, a lot of Hearthstone stuff. I even did a Hearthstone challenge where I basically studied a Hearthstone card every day for a month. I've done like 30
That's cool.
paintings. That's the link there. Gordon, you kind of look like a younger
Tim Heidecker.
Who's Tim Heidecker? I think
Tim and
he was-
Eric, man.
Who?
Tim and Eric, they're a comedian, or they're like the originators of like awkward sketch comedy.
Oh yeah, I know the guys. Yeah,
Tim and Eric,
um,
they're the
really?
bomb.
Okay, well, not bad. Where else are we back to? Actually, yeah. No, I mean ArtStation. I also, well, ArtStation is just a website basically. It's for people who post. It's kind of like it's like DeviantArt but for professionals. That's not right because DeviantArt is also for professionals. Yeah, ArtStation is just a community of artists who work in the industry where they can post. their
It's
work.
like DeviantArt, but not stupid.
Yeah, basically.
You gotta have the more aggressive take on my channel. You gotta like whatever you're thinking, just amplify it a little bit more, and that way people get angry.
Yeah, definitely. James, where do I post fan art of you with long hair and a Death Metal t-shirt?
You can post it on my Discord. I would love that.
There you go. James' Discord. Really like your 3D models. I'm not sure, but in case of 3D programs, does it matter? The programming case of learning. It depends where you want to work. At the moment, I would say the industry standard for most studios is between 3D Studio Max and Autodesk Maya.
They're very similar though, man. They're like, you know
Yeah.
that. They don't know that.
It's the same with drawing and stuff. Like, it's just a tool. Like, people use Blender, some people use Modo. There's a ton of stuff. Yeah, just find one that works for you, and then if you're good enough, people will hire you. No one give a shit what you
Yeah.
use. So.
And then just accept that Moto is the best one. And then,
Yeah.
in my
It's even
opinion.
drawing, right? Though, because like even with Photoshop, like I know people use like Painter Sai and Sketchbook Pro and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a tool.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat on this stream. I'm gonna finish up soon, but I just wanna. Carly
Even
has
art is
provided me breakfast.
DeviantArt is exclusively sometimes fan art, so yeah, it has a lot of weird shit. So
Actually, you know what? We've been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so I should probably end this stream. I'm sorry.
okay, quick question, last one. How about recording some audiobooks? Me? Oh god, my voice is too shit. Emails. Okay, that'll be it. That'll be the last question.
Maybe we'll come back later. I don't have anything to do except a group lesson today, and I kind of want to continue this. So I will text you if I'm going to come back on. But I should eat some breakfast and take a little bit of a lunch break.
Yeah, man, defo. I've got stuff to do as well, but hit me up
Awesome.
and I'll come back on.
Yeah, I'll hit you up. Also, maybe we can do something where you share your screen if you're doing like some 3D modeling or
Yeah,
something.
man.
That would be really cool.
Are you single, Gordon? No, I'm taken.
No. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah. Thanks
I'll-
for having me on, James.
Hey, no problem. Come back anytime.
Yeah, man,
um,
defo.
For the rest of you, I will let you know when I'm going to be live streaming again. I'm going to try to do some more because I love live streaming. It's a ton of fun. And it keeps me motivated, honestly. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you to my guest, Gordon. Everybody, peace out and enjoy some heavy metal today and make sure to eat some food.
Cool.
Life lessons. All right, everybody, peace out.